I forgot to move my mic again. Hello everyone. Welcome back to some more Danganronpa 3. My name is Akihara, and when we last left off, tragedy struck during Himiko's magic show, and Ryoma was killed. Shuichi must now complete the new trial to fulfill Kaide's wish. Wish. Yes. Yeah. That. Yeah. Completely forgotten what that says because the text moves so slowly. It moves so slowly I wasn't actually able to take it in. But anyway, yes. Ryoma's dead. It was during a magic show, and now Shuichi's the man on the job. So it's just a small thing before we get started, which is I actually made a slight mistake, which is I haven't played in a while. By a while, I mean less than a week. But I think it was Sunday night, right? Sunday night, I was the last time I streamed it, and I got to this point, and then I was like, well, I want to do the trial, but I kind of want to do the trial in one big go, right? So I'll wait until next weekend when there is no time limit on this room and I can stay here however long I want, and then just do the trial in one big go. Fantastic. And then I realized, well, shit, that would probably mean that I'd have to be here for like 5 or 6 hours because the trials are only going to get longer from the first one. So, yeah, I don't really want to do that. I don't really want to do that, especially since I stop and take breaks and all that stuff. Like, it would take ages. So I actually should have streamed earlier, but I didn't. So now it's Friday, and I'm rectifying my mistake. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out just for future me, because that is something that I should definitely do in the future. Or rather, not do. Is try and do an entire trial in one day. That sounds like a bad thing to do when you're streaming. So, we have some skill list, or skill point things, petals, whatever they are. We have a little bit. We actually have more slots than we do skill points. So let's just do a little bit, increase the maximum focus a little. That might be handy. Actually, that, you know, in the previous games, that wouldn't have been handy at all because I literally made it a bit of a focus of mine to never use it. But in this game, it is actually a little bit handy because there are those V point things. So I kind of want to get them. Time limit in each phase. Influence recovered by right answers. Increase the amount. Okay. Makes the reticle shake less. Also would probably be pretty handy. Neural liberation. Drain slower while concentrating. Okay. Delusion. Wait, hang on. What's delusion? Am I getting delusions of grandeur here? Slowly recovers the influence gauge while concentrating and during fever time. Okay. Oh, right. All of these for specific ones. Silences all conversations. Oh, that might actually be useful. That's a real pain in the ass. Instantly silences loud voices. Instantly silences loud voices. I wonder. Don't know. Maybe I haven't had a loud voice yet. The keyword in the first speaker's argument will be shown from the start. Ah, I see. Yes, for those. The keyword in the first speaker's argument will be shown from the start. Effective during... interesting. Clear mind. Increase the amount of layer cubes and can be acquired at once. I don't think I've done that one yet. Wait, maybe I have. Removes the time penalty for breaking a non-erasable piece. Yeah, I definitely haven't done that one yet. Faster rate. I don't think I've done that one yet either. Man, there's a bunch of mini games in here that I've never done. Let's do this one. Let's grab that real quick. And set it and forget it. Okay, fantastic. cool. So we are going to do the usual in these here trials. If you've never been to one before, I always do the exact same thing. We just go through every single truth bullet and make sure that we all know where we stand. So it helps me, it helps the viewers, it helps everyone, and it helps me pad the runtime. So the victim, the Monoguma File 2. The victim is the ultimate tennis pro, Ryoma Hoshi. The victim's body was discovered in the gym. The cause of death was drowning. Afterward, the victim's body was consumed by piranhas until only the bones remained. Wait. Yes, the cause of death was drowning, and then afterwards he was eaten. Behind the stairs, or wet staircase, behind the stairs that led up to the stage, there was a puddle. The stairs themselves were not wet in certain places. So they were wet in certain other places. It doesn't seem like the stairs could have gotten wet when the water tank broke. So they were wet. What? I don't know. Anyway, yes, so wet staircase, okay. Insect meet and greet. Oh boy. Right. It tells exactly the time where everybody was there. So at 8, these people were there. At 8:55, these people were there. And then from 9 to 11, these people. So the difference here is Kokichi. Okay. And the difference here is those two who were in the gym. Okay. So the night before, Shuichi and some of the others were forced to stay in the ultimate entomologist lab by Gunta, who was tricked by Kokichi. Himiko and Angie were brought in 5 minutes to 9 p.m. Kokichi left the lab at 9 p.m. Shuichi and the others were forced to participate in the insect meet and greet until after 11 p.m. Okay, so this does technically 3 important things. The first is it shows that Kokichi's alibi is shaky because he's gone around that time. And it also shows that the gym girls, the explosion lolly and the religious lady were in the gym until from 9 to 11. So it shows that they have an airtight alibi for that time period, and it also shows that Kokichi may not. It also technically shows the other thing, which is from 9 to 10, anyone could have gone into the gym and done anything in there, including set up a body, but that's the third thing that shows. Okay. Gunta's account. During the magic show, and when the timer hit 20 seconds, Gunta went up on top of the stage. No one was in the tank during that time. Gunta didn't notice Ryoma inside the tank until after the piranhas were released. Yeah, so this basically proves that Ryoma was actually in the tank with the piranha, rather than the big tank, which is why the explosion lolly didn't notice him. Alright, crammed piranhas. The piranhas that ate Ryoma. Before the magic show, Angie said it looked like there were more piranhas compared to when she prepared for the show the night before. My mouth is incredibly moist. Not something that I would usually say, but I did have a very spicy pizza. So yeah, I feel like my mouth might be a little bit numb, actually. There was one particular bite in there that almost blew my head off. Yes, so as I said up here, Ryoma's body was in with the piranhas, and somebody put more piranhas in there, or maybe they didn't. Maybe they just bundled the body in there, and that created more room. I don't know. There doesn't need to be more piranhas. There just needs to be less room for them to look all crammed together. But But anyway. Scratched handcuffs. Locked handcuffs that were in the water tank for the Underwater Escape Act. Since it was made out of stainless steel, it was difficult to leave any marks, but small scratches were still visible. It seems to have been taken out of the shower room in the Ultimate Tennis Pro's lab. I just want to look at something real quick. Okay. Cool. Well, yeah, we'll get to the thing that I was looking for in a minute. Square glass pane. A square glass pane that was at the bottom of the piranha tank where Ryoma's body had appeared. The other bits of glass were shattered, but this pane remained perfectly square. Because it was at the bottom of the tank. It wasn't where Kibo was thrown through it. Yeah, so that is how Ryoma's body stayed safe from the piranhas. That's how the piranhas didn't eat Ryoma's body beforehand. Although I don't see why you would go to all that trouble. But anyway, marked window frame. The window frame of the top window in the gym, it had distinct abrasions as if it was scratched by something. There was the same distinct abrasions on the window frame of the Ultimate Tennis Pro's lab window. The window faced the pool and gym. Piranha tank. The water tank that had the piranhas inside. It was kept in the Ultimate Magician's lab and was carried over by Kaito, Kibo, Himiko, and Angie. Okay. During the magic show, it was hung over the water escape tank, using the control panel for the stage lights. Only the front side was made out of glass. The other sides were made out of wood. It looked like there was no lid from the start. Yeah, so anything could have been dropped down on top of it. Oh. I do wonder. So, obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but Ryoma's body was dropped in from above. Two things there. Number one, two things, maybe not two things, but an option, which is either the game is telling the truth right now, and there was no lid from the start, or number two, the glass sheet was the lid, and his body basically slammed onto it and knocked it down. I don't know. We will see. A black piece of fabric. A piece of fabric that was floating in the pool. At first glance, it looked like trash. Pool rules. Entering the pool is prohibited during nighttime. And it doesn't tell me exactly how big the pool is, which I kind of wanted to know. But to be fair, the explanation that they gave for how big the pool area was actually was so confusing. Honestly, I couldn't really figure out what they were talking about. I'm guessing a localization issue there. But it really wasn't helpful. Not really. Witnessing Ryoma. The last person who saw Ryoma was Gunta. It was around 8 p.m. last night. Mew also saw Ryoma 30 minutes before that. Okay. Maki alone. Maki was standing guard in front of her lab last night. She stayed in her dorm room only during nighttime. Scratch sink. The sink in the Ultimate Tennis Pro's lab. It looked large enough to fill a good amount of water into it. There were small scratches on it as if it was scraped by something. Yeah. So what happened? So that's what I was looking for to make sure that that was part of the truth bullets. So what happened? Now we'll come back to that in a second. Oh, I keep doing that. Tennis net cable found on the ground in the Ultimate Tennis Pro's lab. The tennis net cable was properly set up when Shuichi came to the lab the first time around, but the wire had been taken out later. The wire was around 50 feet in length, and something it doesn't mention here is that it was strong enough that the tennis net was completely suspended without any dropping. That is a very, very, very strong cable. And my question is, was it strong enough to go the full distance from the Tennis Pro's lab to the gym through the pool without dropping? It's kind of an important question. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if it's correct or not, but I think we're gonna have to ask who was it? I forgot. But we're gonna have to ask one of them who used to be in the tennis club whether or not that is the case. I keep doing that. Water tank trick. A hatch near the top that opens the water escape tank. Yeah, this is just disappointing. This is just disappointing. I really, really, really wish that the trick itself was more of an issue in this trial, but it just isn't. It's over just like that. Just with one truth bullet, the entire trick aspect of it is completely gone. Anyway, Kokichi's account. Immediately after Kokichi left the Ultimate Entomologist lab at 9 PM last night, he was caught by Kurumi in the entrance hall. He stayed with her until 10 PM. After, he went to the dorms and returned to the Ultimate Entomologist lab at 11 PM. He saw the figure of a girl in lingerie wandering around the courtyard a few times. I forgot about that little aspect of it. That's just funny. Yeah. Okay, so let's just reconstruct what happened, okay? So, well, actually, technically, I don't know how it starts. I don't know how Ryoma got smashed through the window, freeze frame. I bet you're wondering how I got into this situation. I don't know. I don't know how he got into this situation. But taking it from that point, he was handcuffed in the Ultimate Tennis Pros lab, and he was drowned in that sink. Then, I believe that the tennis net cable was used to... the tennis net cable with... is that here? The rope. It should be right here, shouldn't it? You can see the rope in this picture. That rope is like 65 feet long, something like that. So, I think that the cable was used with the rope to get the body from the lab through the pool to the gym and then put his body, where is it, inside the piranha tank. For some reason, with the square glass pane. I'm not entirely certain why. I'm guessing it was just the lid on top and it just, like, slid down or something, but I have no idea. Anyway, so that's what happened. Why? I haven't the foggiest. So let's talk about who. And the who in question. Okay, so let's talk about one person in particular. I keep doing it. I still have the bandage on my thumb from spraining it. So my thumb is a little bit bigger than I want it to be. So Kokichi is prime suspect number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The only slight problem with him being the killer is the fact that he has an alibi. It's only a slight issue. Barely an inconvenience. He has an alibi that he was with Kurumi from 9 to 10. If he didn't have that alibi, then he would be the prime suspect. However, an important thing to note is that we were not able to confirm with Kurumi. We weren't able to do it. So this could just simply be a lie. So yes, other than that, he is prime suspect. So we'll have to ask Kurumi about his alibi at some point. If that alibi falls through, then he fell through just like Ryoma fell through that piranha tank. So, that's you. So now let's talk about everybody else. So who actually has alibis? So we actually have an alibi, which is actually kind of good considering the first trial. We have an alibi. Kaito, who's actually the one that we need to ask about the tennis net. Actually, let's take a quick look at that truth bullet again. So, yeah, Kaito doesn't have an alibi. It's these people who Well, okay, it's these people who absolutely have an alibi. So let's try and remember them as we go through here. So he doesn't. He does. He might. We don't know. He does. Kibo does. Kurumi? Okay, so Kurumi's alibi is actually the same as Kokichi's alibi. Their alibis are the exact same. So she might. We don't know. Himiko does. Maki? Okay, I'll come back to Maki. Tenko does. I think she's one of them. Sumugi does. Angie does. And Miu is the girl wandering around in her lingerie. I love her. She's great. She's completely mental and probably the ultimate enemy of the series, but she's fucking amazing. I love her. So who are we looking at? We're looking at Miu. Who was it? Was it Tenko? I'm not sure about Tenko. Let me just double check for Tenko. It was here. Yes, there she is. Okay. So Tenko does have an alibi. Oh, no, not that's the wrong one. Hang on. Over here. Okay, so Kaito. It's such a small list. Kaito, maybe Kurumi, maybe Kokichi, Maki. Kaito, Maki, and Miu. Kaito, Maki, and Miu. Alright, so let's talk about the other elephant in the room, which is Maki. Now, Kaito basically gave her his blessing. And basically said, no, I don't think she did it. And if I remember rightly, in the last stream, when we got this really strange truth bullet, Maki alone, she was standing guard in front of her lab last night. She stayed in her dorm room only during nighttime. When we got that truth bullet, I basically said, yeah, I don't think she did it. Because Maki has a very deep connection with Kurumi, and I think both of them are going to be handled in the next trial. Saying that, Kurumi doesn't have an alibi except for Mr. Ultimate Liar Pants over here. So I'm actually a little bit worried that she's actually going to be the killer here. Just a little bit. I don't have any proof or anything, but it's just a bad feeling. But for now, let's just assume that Maki doesn't, and Kurumi... Maki isn't the killer, and neither is Kurumi, because I think that they're going to have their connection and their trial next time. That basically leaves... Kokichi has a shaky alibi that I don't believe. Kaito and Miu. Kaito, I don't think, has any alibi whatsoever. Does he? Did he say? I feel like he did say at one point. Oh yes, he did. He basically just said that he was basically running all over the school, hiding everywhere, just trying to stay away from Gunta. That was his alibi. Which isn't an alibi because he was alone. So it's Kaito Miu, who, funnily enough, is kind of protected by Kokichi's lie. It's such a small list. It really is just those three, isn't it? That could have done it. Well, and Kurumi and Maki, but I'm really having a hard time believing it was one of them. So it's really on Kokichi. I'm sussing Kokichi so hard. I really am. If it's not Kokichi, Kaito is the only obvious answer then. But I don't feel like it would be him. Because here's the thing. In the last trial, Kaede and Shuichi were investigating together, right? And Kaide ended up being the killer. So having Kaito and Shuichi investigate together and then Kaito being the killer, that's just lazy writing at that point. You can't do that. That's just ridiculous. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be Kaito just because of meta. That just is kind of crazy. It's either going to be Kokichi or Mew, I think. Or I'm really sussing Kurumi. I don't think it was Maki. I really don't. I think that she's kind of being set up as the fall guy. Like, Kokichi is the immediate one that you point to and go, yes, it's him. And then Maki is kind of the fall guy after that. It's like, oh, well, if it's definitely not Kokichi, then it has to be Maki. I don't think it's her. I really just don't. So, but then that calls into question the thing here. That little trial connection thing that I was talking about. I don't know. My money is all on Kokichi. It's all on Kokichi. But if it's not him, and if that alibi holds up, then there's only one place it could go. There's only one head on the chopping block. Well. Anyway. I really hope that one isn't true, sad. I really do. I really do. She's so great. I love her in this game. She's absolutely brilliant. I guess we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? Let's begin the class trial. Forwards! Charge!
Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial. During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy. Also, refusing to vote will result in your death, so you better vote for someone. Now, let's get this crazy awesome to the max trial underway!
Crazy awesome to the max.
I think we all know who the most suspicious one is. It's...
Himiko.
Let's combine our power and work together, everyone!
Oh, they're just introducing themselves with weird phrases.
The person who's most suspicious is...
Now lend me your energy, everyone, so we can catch the culprit!
Tenko needs to stop. She needs to just get a drink. She's way too thirsty. She really is. Damn, girl. Damn. There's a pool in this place. Go take your fill. Holy hell.
Because the murder happened during the magic show, the culprit can only be...
Hey-ya! I'm in top form today!
Tenko, why are you interrupting me? We can't have a good trial if you talk over me.
Huh? I'm not interrupting you.
Oh,
You have to
I
say
hate her
is
so
probably
much.
worthless anyway, because all males want to talk about is S.E. Himiko seems suspicious.
Hey, there we go, Angie. Good job. And it's not a male. Perfect. Yeah.
Hey! Angie, how can you accuse Himiko? Aren't you her friend?
We need to start somewhere.
I'm just telling you what Atua is telling me.
Actually, to be fair, Angie is really suspicious, especially given the fact that Angie and Himiko were supposed to be spending... No, they literally spent that entire day together. Like, literally that entire day. And yet, she's putting all of the blame on Himiko, even though she was right beside her the entire time. And actually, the magic show was entirely her idea as well. And she's the one who... How did she do it then? She has an alibi. How on earth would she be able to pull that off? Maybe Atua helped her. Okay, actually change of plans. I'm actually seriously sussing Angie right now. Just from this little thing, it's like this is actually Among Us territories. Like, I don't even play Among Us, but it's like, if you're the first person to start throwing around accusations and your accusations make no sense, like, you want to explain yourself? Excuse me, Angie? Alright.
He is using his divine knowledge to show us the way to survive.
By killing someone, yeah.
You should thank him, lest he pour his holy wrath upon you all.
Screw Atua! That guy's got nothing on me. I'll protect Himiko.
But it does point to Himiko being the most suspicious.
Ryoma died during Himiko's magic show. His body appearing in the water tank leads one to think the escape trick played a part.
Oh, just noticed, the Monocuds haven't actually said anything. They did introduce themselves at the start of the last trial, but they haven't said anything this time. Interesting.
It's only natural we suspect Himiko. She was the one performing the trick.
No, that's wrong. The underwater escape wasn't a trick.
Oh, that's actually something else. Sorry, I keep on interrupting. I promise this won't be the last time. But one thing that I do want to point out is that this is actually a very interesting trial, because I understand exactly how it works, how the killing happened, but I don't know who did it. Well, I don't know for certain who did it. I have strong suspicions, but I don't know for certain. It's an interesting one. Usually the two things come hand in hand, but not this time. Not this time. Actually, kind of makes me wonder if I actually figured out the murder well, or if I completely failed. It's possible, but if I can't figure out both, then maybe the thing that I have figured out is wrong. You know? Anyway. Sorry, moving on.
It was magic.
Magic.
It's not the part you need to deny. You gotta tell us you're not the culprit.
Magic, huh? That's so cool. What a mysterious miracle. Now, did you kill Ryoma, Himiko? Atua will hear your confession.
Stop it! There's no way any of that is true.
It's true, though. Himiko used the underwater escape trick to kill Ryoma. But I still don't have a clue how Himiko did the trick.
What's funny is that she's not denying it. In fact, I don't think she ever denied it. I don't think she did it, but it's interesting that she isn't denying it.
There's no trick. That really was magic.
You know, maybe it really was magic.
It wasn't going to...
Stop it. If you don't reveal your trick now, then we'll vote you as the culprit.
Stop picking on Himiko! A cute, tiny flower like her couldn't kill anyone.
I get that you want to defend her, but that might be a bit much.
As I expected, the others suspect Himiko. But I have my doubts. I can't let this case get derailed by misunderstandings. I'm the ultimate detective, so it's up to me. Yeah, get him, biatch. Monokumfa, scratch ankle, square glass pane.
Atua has blessed me with an epiphany. The culprit used the underwater escape trick to pull off a sneaky switcheroo with Ryoma.
After that, the time ran out. The tank above Ryoma opened and piranhas came pouring out.
And he was eaten alive!
He wasn't eaten alive
Oh,
either.
by piranhas. Savage way to go.
No, that's wrong.
You're correct.
The underwater escape was no trick, it's magic.
Oh,
You
that's
heard it the
definitely
first time,
not.
Titless. No one cares.
She's nuts. Ryoma's body was eaten by the piranhas that fell into the tank. That is a fact, but that doesn't mean it was the cause of death.
Atua
Yeah.
has blessed me with an epiphany.
Indeed it
The
doesn't.
culprit used the underwater escape trick to pull off a sneaky switcheroo with Ryoma.
After that, the time ran out. The tank above Ryoma opened and piranhas came pouring out.
Ah, and he was eaten alive.
Oh shit, it was there.
To bone by piranhas. Savage way to go.
Oh, I thought it was Gunta. I thought it was Gunta who said he was eaten alive. Okay, we'll move on.
Atua has blessed me with an epiphany.
That is a really cool image, though, I have to
Used
say.
the underwater escape trick
Alright, where is he?
The tank above Ryoma opened and piranhas came pouring out.
Yep.
Ah, and he was eaten alive.
That's wrong.
I don't think I got the V. That's a shame. That V is a really good idea, but I feel like it's really badly implemented, so I never get them.
Not caused by the piranhas. The Monokuma file indicates the cause of death is drowning.
So it wasn't the piranhas then. He was drowned.
Ooh, I see. I haven't checked the Monokuma file yet, so that's news to me.
Why haven't you?
You lying little brat. Telling lies is what turns you into a degenerate male.
No, it doesn't.
So what? Ryoma drowned, Himiko changed places with him, and then the piranhas ate him, right?
No, Himiko only had 60 seconds to escape from the tank. Even if they changed places at the start of the show, that's insufficient time to drown someone.
It's not, but we'll go with that anyway.
If that is the case, then when did he drown?
When did Ryoma drown? It was obviously before the show started, during the show, after the piranhas dropped. No, before the show.
That's it.
Ryoma was already drowned before the show started. Agreed.
Oh, sorry, something just clicked. The question I had about the... Hang on, I'll show you. Where is it? What am I looking for? This. Right, the question I had about this. The square glass pane and the piranha tank. The question I had about that was that the lid of it? Or did somebody intentionally put it there? It was the lid. It absolutely was. What happened was that somebody swung Ryoma's body, or whatever, however you want to say it. They wanted to put Ryoma's body into the tank with the piranha, so that the piranha would eat the entire body, hopefully. Maybe completely eat the bones as well. But there was a lid on top. And then the body swung over, smacked down on the lid. The lid gave way under the weight and under the force and smushed the piranhas down. Ryoma's body was completely separated from the piranhas. Then the latch opens. The piranhas drop down. The glass pane and Ryoma's body go down with it, and then the piranhas can eat it. It was meant to dispose of the body. That's why the body was in there in the first place. Sorry, that just clicked into my head just now, and that makes perfect sense. Okay. It does kind of beg the question of what kind of a lid it was, that it could literally just be smashed down and still be in one giant square. But still, I figured it out. Hooray! Well, I figured that bit out. So now I think I've everything except for the cable. I don't know if the cable is strong enough to get from the lab to the gym. But after that, I've basically figured out everything to do with the actual killing itself. It's just who did it. You know, who done it. That we don't know. Wait, what are you agreeing to? Ryoma was already down before the show started. That is true.
Before being eaten by the piranhas, he made no attempt to escape the water. To be precise, he made no movements whatsoever. Yes, by that point, he had already joined the ranks of the dead.
For quite some time, I'd imagine.
Could that mean his body was hidden until the culprit made it appear in the tank?
Come on.
Hidden? Where?
The culprit would have had to hide the body near the tank, and then show it during the act.
Easier said than done.
Was there a place on stage where the culprit could have hid the body? Oh wait! Himiko should know since she performed the underwater escape trick.
Let's go back to that.
Why won't you just explain it to us?
'Cause it's magic.
You know, maybe it really
Will you
was
stop it,
magic.
cunt? It wasn't magic.
Shut up.
You don't need to be so blunt, though.
Himiko is committed to
Maybe
her
you do.
act. But those who deal in dreams are oft liars.
Why is everyone still picking on Himiko? You're all worse than a drunk dad's ramblings.
We should let him vent. After all, it's tough being the man of the house.
I suppose she knows by experience. That would explain a lot.
And we gotta figure out how the trick works to find where the body was hidden.
But Himiko does not wish to tell us how she performed her act.
Then let's work together to reveal the secret behind Himiko's trick!
So, not real magic?
No, it was real magic. Magic.
Magic.
No!
Oh, she's
It's
cute.
Himiko's curse! Her curses are really powerful!
I really hate you.
Incantations usually more, complicated than that?
Anyway, we first need to determine how Himiko performed the trick. If we can't figure that out, this case is going nowhere. Well, I may have an idea. I like how it's just water tank trick, by the way.
Maybe she
Just in case you
found
didn't
out
know.
and no one noticed.
Nah, she definitely would have been caught.
Perhaps the mechanism was set up on the stage.
The curtain covering the tank was certainly suspicious.
What about that square pane of glass we found in the tank?
Maybe the tank had a secret hatch.
Ah, there you go.
It must be real magic!
Yeah! Real escape magic!
Bullshit.
Maybe there were two Himikos.
Wait, I can
One
actually
of them
agree
was
to that?
Tsumugi in disguise.
Hey, my costumes aren't disguises.
And she can't do real people. We know that from the first one. That's right. There was a similar water tank in Himiko's lab. If I remember my investigation, there was some trick to the tank. Yes, it was very elegantly called a water escape trick. Or water tank trick.
Maybe she just climbed out and no one noticed.
I just want to hear what they say.
Nah, she definitely would have been caught.
Perhaps the mechanism was set up on the stage.
Not that one.
The curtain covering the tank was
Where was
certainly
it?
suspicious.
What about that square pane of glass we found in the tank?
Maybe
Here?
the tank had a secret hatch.
Hey, got the V as well. Sweet. Hey, Maki's actually being useful. Such a change.
Maki is correct. There was an escape hatch on that tank.
I see. So it did have one.
That's right. I discovered a similar tank in Himiko's lab. There was a panel on the side that could open. That was her escape.
Mind over strength!
You know I'm proving that she didn't do it right,
Oh,
Tenko.
Your logic is all wrong, Shuichi.
Maybe you should just piss off.
What do you mean?
Oh, I hate her.
Typical degenerate male.
Seriously, can I commit murder in this
I'll smash
game?
in your face
Please?
with my fists of hot burning steel!
Alright. I'm literally proving that she didn't do it. She's at me. Like, why? What's the point?
The side of the tank being open doesn't have anything to do with Himiko's escape. She didn't use an escape hatch. I know she didn't do that. And now, I'm gonna punch you!
Wait a second. Before you punch me, what makes you so sure she didn't?
Because if she escaped from a hatch in it, the water would have gushed out with her. There would have been water everywhere.
I'll cut through your words.
I'd rather not listen to her very
There's a
much,
reason
so
the room
I'm
wasn't
gonna
flooded with
get
water.
rid of her as soon as possible, if you don't mind.
The staircase that was attached to the water tank. Try to remember how the staircase was positioned. It was aligned perfectly with the tank's escape hatch. Meaning, the water tank was connected to the inside of the staircase.
Inside staircase. His body was in stairs?
Actually, not a bad point. Not a bad point. Completely incorrect, but not a bad point anyway. Nice try, Gunta.
Knowing that, it's clear how Himiko made her escape
And
from
Shuichi
underwater.
completely ignores him. Yeah, I also don't blame him for that either.
There was a curtain covering the tank during the performance, allowing Himiko to enter the staircase from the hatch undetected. Any water that spilled out would have simply funneled into the staircase.
So how do you get out from the staircase?
The staircase also has an escape hatch, one facing away from us. It's placed so that the water would not drain from the staircase.
In which case, a person could exit and leave water inside the staircase.
However, that person would be soaked, meaning that some trace should be left. That would explain why there was a puddle around the stairs.
So when Himiko came out from the stairs, her wet clothes dripped water all over.
Ha ha, bitch! Caught you soaking wet and red-handed!
Judging from Himiko's reaction, you hit it right on the bullseye.
But Himiko's clothes should have been wet when she left the water tank.
Behold, the magnificent underwater escape!
Her clothes were definitely not wet.
Of course. That's because my underwater escape wasn't a trick. It was magic.
No, magic had nothing to do with why her clothes weren't wet. No magic. She never went into the water. She dried off quickly. She changed her uniform.
That's it! It's because she changed her uniform.
Although I'm not entirely certain where she kept
The
it.
dormitory is stocked with uniforms. Did you hide one behind the stage in advance?
And where she put her old ones. Maybe into the stairs? Looks like she's not having a good time.
I remember seeing Himiko go to the gym this morning, carrying a uniform and a towel.
Ah! Why would you say that?
We're proving she
I
didn't
see.
do it. Shut up.
She had a towel too. She may not have had time to fully dry her hair. But her short hair and hat ensured we were none the wiser.
Himiko can't get wet, because her body repels water.
What side are you on?
Like a duck?
Himiko, come on. Give it up already.
Fine. You win.
Yay.
It's just like you said. The water tank and staircase both have mechanisms.
So I was correct.
But that doesn't mean I used them.
Ugh.
I didn't need them, because I used my magic.
Again with the magic crap. Were you dropped on your head as a kid?
Now that we understand how the trick was performed,
I like how we don't actually have to prove that she used them. It's just painfully obvious. That's quite nice. I quite like it.
Yes, let us proceed. Where did the culprit hide Ryoma's body? From our discussion earlier, his body could have been in the space inside the staircase.
But that's where Himiko would escape from, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Himiko went in the stairs with the body? What kind of kinky shit is she into?
Why?
That seems unlikely. There isn't enough space for 2 people to fit in there.
I just want to point out that for even though the term degenerate male has been used more times in this game than I have ever heard in my entire life combined, the 2 biggest degenerates in this game are both women. I do kind of want to point that out.
Yeah, the stairs are pretty cramped. It'd be hard to fit even Ryoma and Himiko in there. Who says they went in together? She could have made the switch as she was leaving the tank.
Nope, that doesn't work.
At the same time, she could have pulled out the body from inside the stairs.
Doesn't work. Because Gunta.
That way she'd have room to put herself in there. See how easy that is?
I'm afraid not. I'm really sussing Angie here.
That explains how Himiko changed places with Ryoma's body.
Wait a minute! Why did you automatically assume it was Himiko?
Who else but Himiko could have done it?
You? Don't worry, just give me the controls for a second.
Angie, you spent more time with Himiko than any of us, so why are you accusing her?
You may think you're protecting Himiko, but what if she really is the culprit? We'll all die, and it will be all your fault. Atuo will lose precious devotees.
Well, I know for a fact he's gonna lose one of
Are
them
you
today.
okay with that, Tenko?
I think I've made up my mind. This bitch is cray. She's black as pitch. She's done. There's no way it's not her. She's completely out of her damn mind.
I'm totally fine with that.
Well, okay, fair
I
enough.
don't care what anyone says.
Loyal to your
Himiko
friends.
would never murder someone. That's what I believe more than anything. I want to believe in her, no matter what. If I can't do that, then I'd rather just die.
Although, the only reason she's saying this is because she's a gigantic pervert. I mean, she just is. So, don't celebrate her moral compass too quickly, ladies and gentlemen. She's just as black as that. She's just as black as the other girl, just in a completely different way.
So until this body takes its final breath, I'm gonna keep believing in Himiko.
One thing I'm actually surprised about, I'm surprised that she didn't say anything about Himiko being naked in the gym with everybody. I thought she was going to, but...
Only one who could have switched out Ryoma's body is Himiko herself.
when Himiko was escaping the tank, she dragged out the body hidden in the stairs
That might be it.
and simply switched places with it.
Are you telling me you saw that happen?
No one could have seen that. It would have occurred in the middle of the show, when the tank was covered with a curtain.
So basically, no one saw anything.
And there we go.
I didn't do it, I swear. Ryoma's corpse wasn't in the staircase.
Lying, you donkey-lipped con artist! She's lying! She's not a con artist and she doesn't have donkey legs!
It is possible that Himiko and Ryoma switch places in the water, but I feel like I'm forgetting an important point. Really, you do? I don't.
The only one who could have switched out Ryoma's
I feel
body
perfectly at ease
is
here.
Himiko herself.
When Himiko was escaping the tank, she dragged out the body hidden in the stairs. And simply switched places with it. Are you telling me you saw that happen?
No one could have seen that.
Somewhere around here.
It would have occurred in the middle of the show,
It's Kokiji, isn't it?
when the tank was covered with a curtain.
So basically, no one.
Oh, I didn't get the V. It's so it's so hard to get those V points. It's really annoying.
Someone did see inside the tank. It was Gonta.
Yeah, my main man, my main
Gonta had
wolf,
climbed onto the
gorilla
stage and was
man,
looking into the tank from
my
above.
main gorilla man.
Isn't that right, Gonta?
Yeah, Gonta saw down into tank, but saw no one in there.
No one was in there.
Yeah, no one. Guess that clue no good, huh?
Oh no, it's perfect. Thank you,
No,
Gunta.
that's actually a great clue, because if Ryoma's body was hidden inside the staircase, Himiko would have had to pull him out before she went inside. There certainly wasn't enough room in the staircase for both of them.
I do want to point something out real quick, just very quickly, which is the game is showing this ramp, but this bit's perfectly open and capable of, you know, holding a dead body. I mean, the game is just showing us the truth here. It's not some. It's something the game gave us rather than something we need to figure out ourselves. But still, it's kind of weird that everybody just assumed that it was this ramp like slide thing rather than being the entire area. That's kind of strange, honestly.
But that means if the tank was empty when Gonta looked, Ryoma's body must not have been hidden in the staircase.
What if they squeezed into that space with Ryoma's body to avoid getting caught?
She had no need to worry about us witnessing her at that point. For the entire stage was hidden behind a curtain. To all but Gonta, anyway.
Then the culprit never would have considered hiding inside the staircase with the body. Entering the staircase after moving the body is much faster, and seems more rational too.
And also less disgusting.
Ryoma's body wasn't hidden in the stairs?
Someone better say where the fucking body was hidden, or I'm gonna start cutting throats!
Where was Ryoma's body hidden? We need to pin that down. I wonder. It's clear that it was not inside the staircase, but where? Oh, not gonna just let me choose? Actually, that's the thing. I haven't had to present evidence yet.
Where were you hiding Ryoma's body?
It wasn't really in the stairs, was it?
After all, there was only enough space for Himiko.
Well, how about behind the curtain?
If there was a way to enter the tank from there, then it would be plausible.
Or maybe the body was in the tank all along, but we just couldn't see it.
That's close.
Impossible. You'd need top-notch visual effects to pull that off.
And what of the tank containing the piranhas?
No way! If you put a body in there, the piranhas would have eaten it way before we saw it.
But if the body and piranhas were separated, then it wouldn't have been devoured, correct?
Why was he not eaten by the piranhas even though he was in the same tank? There was one piece of evidence at the crime scene that might explain it. So we're actually just skipping. We're actually
Where were you hiding Ryoma's
We're actually
body?
just skipping an
It wasn't
entire
really in the stairs, was
assumption there.
After all,
Good.
there was only enough space for Himiko.
Alright, so it was fairly close to the end.
There was a way to enter the tank from there.
Then it would be...
Or maybe the body was in the tank all along, but we just couldn't see it.
Impossible. You'd need top-notch visual effects to pull that off.
And what of the tank containing the piranhas?
No way! If you put a body in there, the piranhas would have eaten it way before we saw it.
But if the body... separate.
I agree.
Yeah, we're getting through. We're getting through. Come on.
Kyo's hypothesis is correct. The body and the piranhas were separated. This was accomplished using the square glass pane found in the tank.
Just as I thought. Using that glass pane as a divider, a safe space could be created in the tank. It is in such a space that the body could be stored, separated from the piranhas.
He's so creepy.
Then that means Ryoma's body was hidden in the piranha tank the whole time!
So Ryoma's body fell into the water tank with the piranhas?
Gonta knew it!
I'm sure he did, Gonta.
Gonta was above stage when piranhas fall. That's why Gonta sees something no one else could. When piranhas fell, Gonta sees some big thing fall into water tank with them.
Maybe should have mentioned that. Right when the timer hit 0, the buzzer went off. And then... the bottom of the suspended tank swung open, and the murky water and shadowy shapes inside fell straight into the water tank Himiko was swimming in. Huh? Huh?
You know, now that Gonta think about it, Gonta maybe see Ryoma's body.
I'm
When the
sure he
piranhas
did.
dropped from the tank, I thought I saw something bigger drop as well. The water tank on the bottom is made completely out of glass, correct? You can see what is happening through the glass. Can you really hide a body in the tank?
Even in murky water, a dead body would still be visible in a glass tank.
Unless a certain something was used to obscure the body.
A certain something?
Okay, this is a new one.
We all agreed that the glass pane was used to separate the body from the piranhas, correct?
Yeah.
Well,
More
that
piranhas?
method has the added benefit of hiding the body from view.
Is it more piranhas?
Huh? How could you hide a body like that?
How was the culprit able to conceal the body in the piranha tank? More piranhas. And hey, we finally have to we finally have to actually give evidence. Was it here? No. It was something like crowded, wasn't it? The staircase. Crammed piranhas. But
This is it!
this is it. So they did actually just put more
It was
piranhas
the
in.
piranhas. The piranhas were obscuring the body.
Oh, wait, hang on. So my brainwave from earlier of like there being a glass lid, somebody trying to... No, that just wasn't true. That just wasn't true. It was actually intentional that the piranhas didn't eat the body until during the show. Huh. Okay, well, whatever. I tried.
Huh? The piranhas?
That's right. Remember what Angie said during the investigation?
I'm pretty sure she just said it to you, so I doubt anybody would. Oh well, she was in there, I suppose, in the gym. I noticed it right as the show started. I feel like there are more piranhas today than yesterday when we were preparing.
They increased that significantly? I didn't know piranhas fuck like rabbits.
It seemed that way, but it wasn't that the actual number of piranhas increased.
Ah,
The glass pane divided the tank nearly in half, right?
So maybe I was right.
Got crowded together, making it look
Bloody
like there
hell.
were more of them.
I don't know whether to think I'm right or to think I'm wrong.
The more densely the piranhas are packed, the harder it is to see past them.
Because of that, it was difficult to see the body hidden in the tank.
That glass pane was the lid from the piranha tank.
I was right. I was right. I was right. And the explosion lolly pulled through. Good job, explosion lolly.
Easy to detach that lid, so it's no wonder they used it as a divider.
I guess I was wrong. Ah, I don't know what's going on anymore. Whatever. They used the lid. It's fine.
Thanks for telling us that useless detail.
What the heck are you saying? That detail was super useful. Sure.
I mean, it was kind of useful.
Big, but if you set it diagonally, it would fit perfectly. Nice job, Himiko. Your explanation was awesome.
Although you need to chill.
This much evidence, it seems
Take
like
a
the
cold
body was
shower.
definitely in the piranha tank.
Congrats, Himiko. Now there should be no reason for anyone to suspect you.
Angie. Cue Angie.
Really?
Yeah, because if you didn't switch places with the body, then you couldn't have killed him.
It only means we now have other suspects. You are not cleared of suspicion just yet.
Yeah.
Okay, but still, that's way better.
That is true, though.
That's wonderful news, Himiko. Atua is happy for you.
Didn't Atua also say that she killed him?
Apologize, Angie. You and your Atua better tell Himiko you're sorry right now.
Atua is sleeping. He went to bed angry because you all doubted him.
Oh, did you throw away to a hawk?
Ask God.
No, it's okay. We shouldn't be mad at Angie. We should be mad at this class trial, at this killing game.
Oh, Himiko! Bless your sweet, kind heart.
That's what Atua said anyway.
She's still doing it. Oh, did he wake up on the good side of the bed now? Did he get his hot cup of cocoa?
What?
She forgot.
It's too bad that
She forgot she was
God
indoctrinated.
went to bed angry though.
Himiko's still brainwashed.
Yeah. Also, when
But I'm not giving up just yet. This is gonna be a breeze.
that's actually another good reason why Angie may be the killer, though, to snap Himiko out of the brainwashing. I'm just saying.
Great. Now what are we gonna do? We're back to square one.
And why are we back to square one?
Because any of us could still be the culprit. Jeez! You flunked out a tard school or something?
Don't do that. Don't use gamer words on my stream, please.
Not everyone. We can narrow it down to whoever doesn't have an alibi yet.
Eh? What alibi?
Does she not actually know about
Guess I
the
should have
insect
known
meet
a
and
dumb
greet?
whore pig like you wouldn't understand. So let me explain.
Who you calling a dumb pig?
If there's this much
The
evidence,
W
then
part of
there's
that
no
didn't
mistake
matter to
the
her.
body was
Okay,
hidden in the
interesting.
piranha tank. But for someone to plant the body in there with such limited time is pretty tricky.
Kokichi brings up a valid point. There's only one time the culprit could have set up the scene. And it was yesterday before nighttime.
That's it.
Yeah. An hour before
It was
nighttime.
done yesterday, before nighttime.
Ding, ding, ding! The ultimate detective gets it right again!
Wait. How do you know it was before nighttime yesterday?
Stop asking me dumbass questions. It could have been solved with the process of elimination. Jeez. Fine. I'll explain it to the itty-bitty pea-brained bitchlet.
Why are you getting off on
The gym was
this?
closed during nighttime, so no one could have entered.
Because if you try to enter the gym at night, it'll go off.
You talking about my butthole?
No, she means the alarm.
After nighttime passed, morning came. But hiding the body before the show was...
Basically impossible.
Impossible! Himiko and I were waiting in front of the gym before the morning announcement.
We learned that yesterday.
Which leaves only one possibility.
Yesterday in
It
game,
was
I
done
should say.
before nighttime yesterday. Anyone who doesn't
Actually,
get
today,
this
I guess.
is just as stupid as the whore bitchlet over there.
Why? Serious?
So the
Why?
culprit placed
Stop
Ryoma's
it.
corpse in the piranha tank before nighttime yesterday? Which means he was also killed during that time frame.
Oh, also during as well. Which is, it was set up for during the hour, but then during nighttime, the body was actually transported. That's the... Yeah, that's the way that it went down. John, I'm gonna take a little bio break for a moment or two, and I'll leave you with some nice music. Oh, I'm floating. Huh. I didn't know I had that superpower. Okay, I'll be back in a couple minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere.
Let's drop it.
Yo, sorry about that. I mentioned I had a spicy pizza earlier. I may have chugged a little bit too much milk in order to cool my mouth down a little. Let me do that. Hello. Hi. Anyway, back to the game. So, where is it? Oop. Which means he was also killed during that time frame. Culprit placed Ryoma's corpse in the piranha tank before nighttime yesterday. He was also killed during that time frame. Yeah, more or less. But because of where his body was, it had to wait until after nighttime itself in order to actually move the body. Yes. Okay. That's where we were.
Yay! Now we know what time the crime happened, right?
Yay!
I still don't really get it, though. Can we narrow down the time of death a bit more?
I'm sure we can narrow it down more if we consider the source of the information. The source of the information? What? What do you know about the source of the information? The insect meet and greet. Yeah? Was Ryoma present at the insect meet and greet? No, Ryoma was not present. I don't believe anyone that Gonta captured had seen Ryoma.
Damn it!
Ah, they think I'm a fraud. They think I'm a fraud. I'm gonna get fired. No. What is the actual question then? What clue helps determine when Ryoma was killed? Where was it? Witnessing Ryoma. Boop.
This is it.
Got it.
If we can find
Oh, it
out
took
who
a
last
second
saw
try.
Ryoma alive, we can narrow down the time of death. Kirumi, you were asking everyone when they had last seen him, right?
Yes, Gonta was the last person who saw Ryoma.
What? Really?
And when was the last time Gonta saw
Why is he
Ryoma?
so shocked?
When Gonta was inviting everyone to insect meet and greet, so... Gonta think that was maybe 8 p.m.?
If he was last seen at 8 p.m. and was killed before nighttime
Wait.
officially began...
Is that right? Is that? I thought it was 9. Where is it? Witnessing Ryoma. It was around 8 p.m. last night. Huh. Okay. I mean, it makes sense that it was around then, but... Okay, interesting. Okay, sure. So, 8 p.m. and then 7:30 p.m. was for Mew. Okay. We'll continue.
Then we can assume the crime took place between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock at night.
So all we must do is find someone with no alibi for that time period, yes?
Okay. Question. Is there any actual evidence that he was killed before nighttime? So we know that the piranha tank and all that stuff had to be set up between 9 and 10 p.m. And we know that the body could have been moved between 9 and all of nighttime. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but like, they could have just set up the kill, set up the piranha tank and all that, and then waited until nighttime to kidnap him and kill him. But then he would have been in his room. They must have lured. Did they lure him to the lab, or how does that work? Do I have any evidence? I don't think so. I don't think I have any evidence about that. So his body could have been transported during nighttime, but it had to be set up before nighttime, and he could have been killed basically at any point after 9 p.m. That's about it, right? I think. Okay. So all we must do is find someone with no alibi for that time period, yes? Well, there's 3 people? 2 people?
After all,
3.
most of us were detained by Gonta then.
If I recall correctly, the only people that weren't there besides Ryoma...
That would be the 4 of us. Myself, Kaito, Mew, and also Maki.
Why didn't you mention Kokichi? No, seriously, why didn't you mention Kokichi? He also was not there.
Well, Kirumi, you would tell the truth, even if it screwed you over.
I do this for everyone. It is my duty to unveil the truth, so I do not care if people suspect me.
Ah, beautiful! Your spirit of self-sacrifice is just too beautiful!
I will also say this. The crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night, and I was at the gym during that time.
You were at the gym between 8 and 10. Right! She was! She was sewing the thing! She was... She was sewing the banners. But then... Wait, hang on. Let's hear the rest of this. Huh?
But I was only there for about 5 minutes.
Oh, for heaven's sake, stop pulling the rug out from under me.
That, though? You're tying a noose around your neck, you know.
I don't
Or
care if it
around
was
yours.
5 seconds. It's way too suspicious that you were alone in the gym. I think the cleaning lady here is the culprit. You killed Ryoma, didn't you?
It's too soon to tell. We should hear what everyone has to say, right?
Fuck that noise.
But Mew, you don't have an alibi for when the crime occurred either, do you?
Think I'm suspicious? I don't even know where the gym is.
Doesn't telling such obvious lies make you more suspicious, Mew?
Just a little bit.
The other two without alibis are Kaito and Maki. Let us hear your testimonies.
And Kokichi. Everybody has seemed to have forgotten Kokichi. Okay, so they've completely moved away from what she said. So let's finish that train of thought. So she was there between 8 and 10 p.m. She was sewing the banners for the stage. But she was only there for 5 minutes. I don't know what that means. But here's an important part, is that if she was there between 9 and 10 p.m., then Kokichi's alibi goes out the window. Right? So... But then the 5 minutes... I mean, if she was there at any point between 9 and 10, then his alibi goes out the window. But like... Why did she say from 8 to 10, then only for 5 minutes? That's kind of bullshit. Alright. So... if she was there... okay, so if her first thing was true, and she was there from 8 to 10... I don't know about the 5 minute part, but if she was there from 8 to 10, then... Would it have been possible to set up the rope and the cage thing without her noticing? Maybe? If she was focused on her task, maybe? I don't know. We'll continue.
I was in my research lab.
That's
the whole
annoying me.
time. I didn't go to the gym.
But that cannot be proven, can it?
Nope.
What about Kaito? Only murderers grow out creepy facial hair like mustaches and goatees.
You're only saying that because you can't grow them out.
My goatee's not creepy. It gives me a glamorous celebrity vibe.
Anyway, among those
It does
four,
kind of make him look
it
like
must be
Mephisto.
the one who doesn't have an alibi.
I apologize, but given the circumstances, we have no choice but to suspect you.
Suspect who? Who's the culprit?
Wait up! Why are you guys suspicious of me? I've been helping the whole time.
Because you don't have an alibi. Get with it.
Remember now, I do have an alibi.
You will see whether or not I am suspicious as the trial progresses.
Oh, this is going to be one of those talking over each other thing, huh? Wait, where's Maki? Shouldn't she be in here somewhere? Oh no, the mass panic debate is going to start. Oh shit. Well, you're exactly correct, buddy, but let me give you another tutorial first. Wait, what? That's what you're thinking, right? Yeah, okay. The mass time debate this time around will have loud voice dialogue, which we were spoiled by a little bit because of the upgrade system. Loud voice, what? No. In my own room, jeez. Okay. It's when one of your opponents shouts their opinion in a loud voice. That blocks out everyone's arguments. Even if you see a weak spot, you can't refute it. Oh no, what do I do then? That's what you're thinking, right? Luckily, it's just like white noise. Shut them up with the A button silencer. After that, all of the arguments will be audible again. Then you just shoot the truth bullet at the weak spot. You know the drill. Okay. So do I need to shoot that loud voice every single time or just once? I kind of want the librarian thing now where it'll just happen the once, now that I think about it. Oops. Maculone, witnessing Ryoma. Wait, witness Kokichi's account? Which one was Kokichi's account? Ah, yes, right. Kokichi's account. Saw a figure of a girl in lingerie wandering around the courtyard a few times. That will probably be it. Because that will agree with Mew.
Wait for go time.
What is your alibi?
Hiding in the classroom.
I'm gonna look at this side.
When I was running from
I even tried hiding in the girls' bathroom.
things got a little heated if you catch my drift. Perfect.
What's Monkey's alibi?
Then right before nighttime, I got tired and fell asleep.
Did you really leave the gym at 9 p.m.? Are you sure you did not stay at the gym?
No, in my own room. Jeez.
I need to sort out everyone's statements, just like Kaede did. I need to calm down, focus on one at a time. Okay, so I broke his thing last time. 5 minutes. Wait. Himiko and the others were with me. Until they left with Gonto.
What's Monkey's alibi?
Then right before nighttime, I got tired and fell asleep.
Did you really leave the gym at 9 p.m.?
Ah.
Are you sure you did not stay at the gym?
No, in my own room.
Oh, I need to do that every time. Are you sure you did not stay at the gym? Are you sure? Are you sure you did not stay at the gym? I can... Kokichi's account, I can get rid of that as well. But it means that I need to break the thing and then do that really quickly, which I'm not too happy about. Okay, so that's one possibility. Let me look at the other side. I don't need to look at Kaito's account because it's all about him sleeping in the girls' bathroom. So let me take a look on this side now.
What is your alibi?
And I'll double check to make sure that there's nothing here.
When I was running from
I even tried hiding in the girls' bathroom.
things got a little heated if you catch my drift.
Yeah, you're half naked.
What's Monkey's alibi?
Then right before nighttime, I got tired and fell asleep.
Did you really leave the gym at 9 p.m.? Are you sure you did not stay at the gym?
No, in my own room. Jeez.
Research out the whole time. Okay, so I don't think there is actually anything up in the top right that I can set something on. So it's only on the left. Okay. How long? 4 minutes. Okay. I need to... Actually, I might be able to get in before... Wait.
Did you really leave the gym at 9 p.m.? Are you sure you did not stay at the gym?
I missed! I missed! Damn it. Okay, whatever. It's fine. I'm pretty sure that that's where I need to go. So we are cruising, more or less.
Did you leave the gym at 9 p.m.? Are you sure you did not stay at the gym?
Hey, and I got a V. Nice. Okay.
No, I think Hirumi is telling the truth. Kokichi's story proves it.
So Kokichi was telling the truth as well. Right when I got to the entrance hall, Kurumi spotted me. That was right after I left Gonta's lab, so it was right around 9 p.m. She started throwing questions at me left and right, asking if I was up to no good. She just kept talking, then finally let me go at 10 p.m. when nighttime rolled around. A whole hour. Well, only the first half hour was a lecture. Then we played tag for the other half.
Kokichi met Kirumi at 9 p.m., and they were together until nighttime.
Play tag. Where did they play tag? It wouldn't really matter. Even if it was, even if it was in the gym, it would have taken a fair amount of effort to set everything up. So you wouldn't be able to do that while somebody was looking for you, I don't think.
Gonta went to the gym to catch Himiko and Angie 5 minutes before 9 o'clock. After I left Gonta's lab, I ran into Kirumi. I'm pretty sure Kirumi stayed at the gym 5 minutes till 9 o'clock.
This information could have been told to us beforehand.
Sorry, forgot. I definitely didn't keep it a secret to make the trial more interesting.
Definitely not.
Forgot? It seems far more plausible that you were telling another lie.
Unlike
That is definitely
robots,
true.
We meatbags can't pull out our memories from our hard drive.
Was that supposed to offend me? Your irrationality fills me with pity.
If I am the culprit, that would mean I killed Ryoma within 5 minutes,
Possible.
transported him to the gym, and hid him in the piranha tank. This seems highly unlikely.
If you called Ryoma out to the gym and killed him there, you wouldn't need to move him.
Wait a second. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Who was the one who actually set up the piranha tank to begin with? Who was the one who actually attached it to the who was the one who actually attached it to the lighting batten? Do we know? Because I may have hit it on the head the last time when I mentioned that when she prepared for the show the night before. Maybe. Because that's true. Whoever set that up could have also set up the rig to put somebody into it. And then all they had to do was kill Ryoma at night when nobody should be in the gym, and then just transport the body with the rope and the cable. I don't think I have anything though to say who set it up. Go into his account. Crammed piranhas. No, where's the other one? There's another piranha one, isn't there? Well, there's the marked window frame. Yeah, piranha tank. Carried over by Kaito, Kibo, Himiko, and Angie. During the magic shows, hung over the water, same tank. No, it doesn't say. That might be what I'm missing here. Who could have done it then? Angie, Himiko, technically. Angie, Himiko, Kaito, Kibo. Wait, hang on. Where is it? Kaito, Kibo, Himiko, and Angie. Assuming that it's already up in the battens, then I don't think that the maid would have had enough time. That rules out lots of people. Maki. It rules out. It rules out Kokichi. Okay. Angie, hello? Hey, you were acting pretty sus earlier in the trial, lady. Killed him there, you wouldn't need to move him. Or you could do the opposite. It's interesting that she said it that way.
All you would have to do is hide him in the piranha tank.
Gonta was in the midst of heading to the gym to capture Angie. Are you claiming I took advantage of that and called Ryoma for a rendezvous at the gym?
Nah, it would have taken too much time.
That'd be pretty difficult. We should probably look at other possibilities.
Maybe someone snuck into the gym while Kirumi and I were busy talking.
The only ones capable of that are the other three with no alibis.
Mew, Kaito, and Maki! Ah, you're including me too?
But there's actually one person we can rule out of the suspects list.
Mew?
Right? There's one person who's totally not suspicious. Say who it is already.
It's Mew. It ain't you, dude. One person can be eliminated as a suspect, according to Kokichi. He must be talking about the figure he saw. They certainly would have an alibi. We need to pin down who that was. The key to that fact lies in Kokichi, Gunta, and Mew's statements. According to what we know, that figure Kokichi saw must be... Mew. Kaito, Maki. Huh. Hello, Mew.
That's it.
What did she call her?
Kokichi,
The last
you're
womanly
talking
weapon or something
Mew,
like that?
Right?
What? You?
Yeah, you can take her off the list. She actually has an alibi.
Booyah! Suck it, nerds!
Wait a sec. Since when does she have an alibi?
If you compare everyone's statements, there's no other possibility.
Oh yeah, I did see something odd while Kirumi was lecturing me. Something odd. I saw a half-naked girl wandering around the courtyard in her underwear. It was too dark for me to make out who it was, but I saw her walk around for a bit.
A girl walking around half naked.
Who else could it be but the horny exhibitionist Mew?
I mean,
You can't just jump
where's
to
the lie, though?
conclusions like that. He just saw a shadow, right? That could have been anyone walking around in women's underwear, even me.
Are you admitting to something?
That'd be a whole different issue.
No, it's Mew, without a doubt. Mew and Gonta's statements prove it.
Oh, Gonta see Mew, but Gonta's face get red hot, so Gonta no could bring her. Your face got hot? You mean you were hot on her trail, right? No, she used her, what she call it? Secret woman weapon, and then... well... I had to use my secret woman weapon, and, let's just leave it at that.
I see. It sounds like Gonta got an eyeful,
What? Why the heck were you in your underwear, Mew?
Well, 'cause, I'm
Pretty stacked, so...
I figured I'd take my clothes off so Gonta would be too flustered to touch me.
Why do I get the feeling...
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, you cockroaches!
Why do I get the feeling that that little escapade has spawned many doujinshis? Why do I get the feeling that it basically brought an entire new generation into Rule 34? Oh dear Lord. Oh Lord, help us all. Oh jeez.
I think the blood
hang on.
rushed to both of Gonta's heads because he got super embarrassed.
I mean, I can't cover everything here. Damn it! Oh shit! Then that needs to be auto. Move! Get out!
Her underwear, and Gonta got weird feeling. So Gonta ran away.
Well, when you got the body of a goddess, it's only natural to want to flaunt it.
You don't
Show
say.
my panties to the boys all the time. And I mean all the time. So you're welcome,
I got nothing.
Gonta.
I got
With
nothing.
me during
What?
your next tug session.
Most of that was unintelligible nonsense, but it would seem that Mew has an actual alibi.
Yep, it took a while.
I
But
feel
at
like that
least we
took
got everyone's
10 years
alibis
off my
cleared up.
lifespan.
We should remember all of this in case we need to recall these events again.
Why are you saying it like that, Kokichi? Oh, alibis for yesterday has been recorded in the monopad.
That
Oh,
leaves
cool.
Kaito and Maki as the only ones with no alibis.
Then one of them must be the culprit. But which one, I wonder? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch the culprit by it.
Hold up! Don't decide just yet!
Two prime suspects, Kaito and Maki. But something inside me doesn't want to accuse Kaito. I want to believe Kaito. Until he's proven guilty, I'll trust him.
Maybe we should determine the sequence of events. The culprit
Yes?
No, we should do something more fun. And I have the perfect idea.
What would that be? Oh, what's the little gremlin
We
planning?
narrowed it down to two people, and one of those two is the culprit, right?
I actually kind of
Since
disagree.
we don't have to randomly accuse each other, finding the truth just got much easier. So let's find the truth with a more effective method.
Yes.
What is this effective method?
If one of them is the culprit, then the innocent one should know who the guilty one is. Yeah? Because if you know you're not the culprit, then you can just accuse the other person.
Yes, that is true.
Which means there is one person among us who definitely knows who the culprit is.
Two people.
To that
Muppet.
someone who knows, do your best to convince us. Work harder.
This little shit, he wants to pretend to be Nero.
Have the two argue for their innocence. That's how we'll decide our culprit.
I really hate this little shit.
Wouldn't they just pass the blame back and forth?
And
Right up until one of them makes a mistake, I guess. Is the idea.
you guys talk about cooperation and teamwork, but you're all afraid. You're too scared to point your fingers at others, so you hide behind the word trust. How do you expect to find the culprit when you're all worried about each other's feelings? If you're planning to expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically. Only then will they reveal their true self as a liar, hiding beneath a layer of deceit! If we want to find the liar, I suggest that the two suspects argue against each other.
This is... He wants to play Nero. He wants the peasantry to put on a show for him. He wants to not be bored. Man, I hate this asshole. Seriously. I really, really hate this
No more
asshole.
pointless deductions. All we need is for them to fight for their lives. So let's host an argument that's totally not boring but super fun!
Yay! Definitely didn't
We'll catch the
foresee that
culprit
one
in
coming.
their lies when we find a contradiction. We'll scare the culprit until they screw up! That's how a true class trial works.
You'd know, would you?
Right, Monokuma?
A development like that would liven things up a bit.
Yep, I totes agree.
Totes.
You're agreeing with Monokuma? Just whose side are you on?
I'm on your side. I don't want to die either, you know. That's why we need to take this seriously. A hot debate to smoke out the liar.
It wouldn't work. Maki has a very simple alibi. She was in her thing, she was in her lab, then she went back and she was in her dorm. That's it. The other guy's Kaito's. His is a little bit more complex, but it's still fairly simple. You know, he was just running around the school. Even went into the girls' bathroom at one point to hide. Where did he go to sleep, though? Did he go to sleep in the dorm? I don't know. But that's the only thing that you might be able to get him on. So it just won't work. The only way this would work is if it was incredibly contrived. And I had the controller in my hand, which I do. That's the only way this would work. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Okay, whatever. Continuing.
And how do you expect us to start this?
If you guys need some help getting started, I can give out the first topic. Our first topic is this! Ta-da!
Okay. That might make things interesting.
Not just any Cubs pad, but the one given to our latest victim, Ryoma. When we started investigating, I went straight to his room to borrow it.
So that's why we weren't able to find it.
You took the video from his room? It was you.
Well, those two may be the same thing.
And the reason why I brought it out just for this occasion is because one of these two had Ryoma's motive video. Dun dun dun!
One of these two had it?
And for us to figure that out, we need to know who this motive video belongs to. Take a guess, everyone. Whose motive video did Ryoma have?
So, he's... Oh, yeah. He sucks. Okay, so reading between the lines, he just wants to see everybody's motive video. His motive hasn't changed. He's just curious about everybody's motive video. That's just me reading between the lines, though. I hate this guy. The motive video that Ryoma had, was it Kaito's or Maki's? I should know the answer. How on earth? No. What? How the hell am I supposed to know that? I have no clue. Neither. Could it be neither? Okay, so that's wrong. So who... So, how... How can we possibly know that? We know that... Gunta had Tsumugis. We know... Oh, I'm dumb. Okay. No, I'm just stupid. Yeah.
I was wrong.
Yeah, I am a fraud. I agree. It was Maki's. We had Kaito's. It can't have been Maki.
It was Maki's motive video, right?
Wow, how did you ever guess? Ooh, I know! It's because the motive video that you have belongs to Kaito. Process of elimination wins again. The obvious answer was Maki, right?
Is that true, Shuichi?
Yes, you're right.
And what about that? Just because Ryoma had my motive video, that doesn't make me the culprit.
Finally, you said something! This is how a debate should be. I only brought up the motive video to make you talk.
Then you probably shouldn't have admitted to that.
Excuse me?
Okay, now that we got the party rolling, let's get you and Kaito ready to argue. Remember, if you're not the culprit, then that means the other one is. Got that? Let's start this extreme death debate. Tear up the other's lies, rip each other apart.
Do you know, I didn't think that there was anybody that I hated more than Aikido bitch. But damn, I hate this little prick. Holy hell. What an extreme asshole.
Wait just a minute. What are you trying to...
Quit screwing around! We don't need to debate who's a culprit!
Yeah.
I'm not the culprit. That's for sure.
So it must be Maki.
means-
Kaito, wait. Maybe Kokichi is wrong. Maybe he...
Maki isn't a culprit either.
Hey, there's a good boy.
What?
He's the one who said that she wasn't. Well, while we were investigating.
Huh? Really? You're saying neither of you are the culprit? Then what would be the point of this whole debate?
Who cares about that? All I know is that neither me or Maki are the culprit.
Although, to be fair, it does seem
It's just a hunch I've got.
extremely certain. Extremely certain for a hunch.
Hunch? Are you being serious? You do know all our lives are on the line here, right? And you're betting our lives on just a hunch?
You don't get it. This isn't just any hunch. This is an official hunch from the Kaito Momota, Luminary of the Stars.
What?
How illogical. This is even more difficult to comprehend than Kokichi's antics.
You're totally not serious. You can't be that stupid, right?
No, he might actually be that stupid. Damn idiot!
What's funny?
A two-a-damned idiot!
What's funny is that I agree with him. I think that he's just a circus freak. I think that Kokichi is just a circus freak. I completely agree with Kaito. I don't think that she did it. At all. It's
Hey,
funny.
don't call me an idiot. Anyway, me and Maki aren't the culprit.
Good on you, Kaito. Give it to that little arse. Oh,
There's no doubt about it. I believe in Maki.
perfect.
What?
Absolutely brilliant.
You believe in her? But based on what?
Huh? I don't gotta base it on anything. No matter where the clues point. In the end, the only thing that matters is what I believe, right?
Nah, there's also, you
Whether
know,
I believe or not.
evidence and stuff.
Whether I want to believe or not. That's the only thing that matters.
There's also evidence, but, you know,
So
there's
you
no
do not
evidence
have
for
any
against
evidence.
either of you anyway.
Only baseless conjecture.
But I totally get where he's coming from. Because I want to believe in Himiko too.
Want to believe, huh? Yeah, I think I understand that.
Wanting to believe in someone is a beautiful act, yes. However, it is a sentiment that has no place in a class trial.
He's an idiot after all.
It's okay to be idiot, as long as you believe in people.
This is gonna be one of those
Guys, I said
scrims,
don't
is
call me
it?
an idiot. Really hurts my
Scrams?
feelings.
Something like that? Scrums? Oh. It's true. That's not what a class trial is about. You're supposed to think logically. You can't let your feelings into it. But the same argument can be made against Kokichi. His entire plan revolves around those two getting their feelings into it. And everybody else piling on. It's not supposed to be about that either. It's absurdity. Total absurdity. But then again, that absurdity saved me before, right? Why? Why do you trust me, Kaito? There's a chance that I'm the culprit. I believe in you because I want to. Do I need a reason other than that? What? Isn't that why you believed in Kaide? I mean, sure, I might get betrayed in the end, but if I worry about that, I won't be able to believe in the people I want to believe in. If I can trust my logic, maybe I should trust Kaito's feelings too. Yeah, it'll work out in the end, so...
I'll believe in Maki as well.
Yeah! We all believe in Maki. We stand Maki in this household.
That's our Kaito, right?
For now.
Making us think with our hearts.
You too? How could the ultimate detective believe in someone without proof?
But there's no proof linking Maki or Kaito to this crime either. I believe in innocent until proven guilty. For now, they are innocent.
Right on, Shuichi. I knew I picked a good sidekick.
And by the way, I might be the ultimate detective, but I'm in training. I told you that, didn't I? I'm just an apprentice, not a real detective.
How do you plan to get closer to the truth without suspecting either of them?
By looking at the evidence,
Unless
maybe?
you have evidence to the contrary, these two will remain suspect.
So I just have to turn it around, right?
Turn what around?
Huh?
Turn their fate
It's
around?
not like I owe that idiot a favor or anything just because he defended me. But that hopeless idiot may have encouraged me a bit.
Aww.
Seriously, enough's enough! Stop calling me an idiot!
What are you trying to say, Maki? I didn't want to say anything, but I can't stay silent forever. So I'll tell you.
Oh, tell us what?
I met up with Ryoma during nighttime yesterday.
Oh, shit. Interesting. So I was right. The setup happened before nighttime, but the murder took place during. Ah. What?
With Ryoma? At nighttime?
So Ryoma was still alive at nighttime?
I thought the crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night.
So this will put a massive target on somebody's back.
Because I met up with Ryoma during nighttime.
If that's true, then we have no basis for suspecting only Kaito and Maki.
That's right. Everyone suspected them, because they have alibis for those times.
That means me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
Well, actually it means that Maki is a gigantic suspect at this particular moment in time. But you know, whatever.
Quit fucking around! You think I'm dumb enough to swallow that line of crap?
Yes, this seems too convenient.
But why did Maki wait until now to mention that?
It's totally obvious! Maki's so desperate that she has to lie.
Was that a lie? Did Maki lie to us? I don't think so. It's true, we don't have all the facts. But why would Maki say that now, of all the times? If I trust her innocence, I should believe her statement. But should I? Abso-fucking-lutely. We have so much evidence supporting that fact. Oh, intermission. Oh. 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 Damn it. Okay. It was just getting good. See, this is why I don't like cutting class trials into two. It was just getting good. But I think the last trial, it took like 2.5 hours to reach another save point. If I did that again, then I'd be very much over time. So I kind of need to leave it here for today. Like, I just don't have a choice. Oh, maybe I should try and do class trials in one go. This sucks. This sucks. Okay. Well, that's kind of painful, but alright. I guess we'll leave it here for now. I mean, one thing that I can say is, when I came into this, I didn't suspect Angie at all. But now, Angie is the only one I suspect. Like, with Kokichi's alibi being corroborated by Hirumi, I believe her name is? Hifumi? No, Hirumi. The maid. With Kokichi's alibi being corroborated by the maid, and Kokichi's alibi also protecting Mew, then like, and yeah, I honestly just leap of faith did not think it was Kaito or Maki at any point. So the only one that is on the chopping block now, as far as I can see, is Angie. And she just wasn't on my radar when I started this. Maybe she should have been. I think the fact... okay, one thing that I will say that I like is that during this trial, I managed to realize at some point that he could have been killed during the nighttime, but the thing was set up during the day. I don't think I realized that the last time I streamed, and I feel like if I had realized that, then I would have suspected Angie sooner, because she's the one who has, her and Himiko, the explosion lolly, they're the ones who have the best chance of setting something like that up without anyone noticing. So it really makes me feel kind of good that the entire case turned around that. Like, did you notice that was the last thing? That was the last big thing that was said before this intermission. So the entire trial just hinges around that fact that Ryoma survived to see the nighttime. So that's kind of cool. It's definitely kind of cool. Yeah, I quite like that. I'm quite enjoying that trial. It's honestly kind of heartbreaking for me to leave it off here, but I think that this trial is probably going to go on longer than the first trial just because of how video games work. So even if I did take the 2.5 hours, it probably isn't going to be 2.5 hours, probably more like 3. So we'll have to leave it off here, I'm afraid. Oh, I'm hiding. Hello. So yeah, thanks for joining me, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. Everybody who just popped in, popped out, no matter how long you stayed, I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, I will see you next time. I'm on YouTube and I am on Twitch. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment, favorite, ring the bell, follow, and I don't know, have some chocolate. Chocolate's nice. Chocolate's tasty. Yeah. Bye!